Jordan Mason at 5%, Eli Mitchell at 28%. The reason those guys are on the list is pretty obvious with the oblique injury to Christian McCaffrey. We don't know how serious it's going to be. We don't know if he's going to miss time. If he is going to miss time, we don't know how much that's going to be. But you introduced me to the term of value holes. San Francisco running back is obviously like a major league value hole. These are the guys most likely to be filling it if McCaffrey misses any sort of significant amount of time. So obviously, take a stab at one of these guys if you think, just take a stab, roll the dice, see what you can do. You could do a lot worse.
Yeah, we'll definitely have more info on Tuesday. I go live 7 p.m. Come to that Waiver Wire show where we'll get a little bit of a better sense of what McCaffrey's status is. It does seem like Mason, the one you want here, he played 15 snaps after the injury compared to just 2 for Eli Mitchell. He definitely ran better as well. 5 carries for 27 yards and a touchdown. This is back-to-back weeks here for Jordan Mason with a score. The first time, though, we've seen him play significantly ahead of Eli Mitchell, here in Mason, a 92.5 PFF grade over these last 2 seasons. I know it's been limited work, but he's been really impressive. He's a favorite of Grant Cohen, one of our guys, the beat writer there for the 49ers. So I really like Jordan Mason. If he's going to be the lead back here, it's looking like if McCaffrey's going to miss any time, it's his job to have. After him, though, the next guy on my list would be Kareem Hunt. He's 36% rostered, 12 carries, 47 yards, and a score, running hard, looking solid. The line in general blowing this 49ers impressive front seven off the ball. So great to see this team regaining what they do best. 3 catches for 24 yards as well for Kareem Hunt. The other guy back you want to look at is potentially Keontae Ingram. He clearly started ahead of Amari DeMarcado. He had 12 touches compared to just 3 for DeMarcado, only 20% rostered. So the reports of him being ahead on the depth chart for Keontae Ingram were very, very much true. So definitely something to check there if he's out there in your league getting a starting running back. On an offense that's not great, but certainly can ride a workhorse. You could do worse as a plug-in streamer. Maybe Craig Reynolds, also a streamer as well, 1% rostered here. It ultimately comes down to what David Montgomery's status is, but we know they're not going to want to turn the keys completely over to Gibbs, even if he is back and Montgomery's out, and there's a chance both of them are out, in which case Craig Reynolds would be a top end running back too, potentially. The guy has gotten it done when he gets used, so something to consider there. Those are all the running backs we have on our early waiver wire list. Do you want me to just keep ripping through them too?
Yeah, run the next few. I'll be right back. I got to go take care of something real fast. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Sounds good. JSN, Jaxon Smith-Njigba, 48% rostered. There's a decent chance he's not out there in your league, although in some of the competitive leagues I'm in, I've seen him dropped. He had the bye week last week, had done nothing yet, the lowest ADOT in the league. Not a huge day today. Ultimately, had 5 targets, 4 catches, 48. It's his best professional day, though, so far, and 52 snaps compared to 57 for Metcalf, 56 for Lockett. He was the big thing out there for 39 of the 42 routes. He tied Lockett and Metcalf for route share. So it was clear they schemed him up more for coming out of the bye. He didn't do much to disappoint him, too. Again, 8 yards, 4 catches, his best day. Could have potentially had a touchdown mixed in there. So it's tough to toss him in quite yet, but great to see that JSN is playing right now. And if anything happened to either of those lead guys, could be a monster. For now, it's a tough target share to contend with, but I still believe in the talent. Remember, this guy outplayed, outproduced Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson on the same team. Rashid Shaheed, 85 yards, touchdown, big play threat, 2 catches, 6 targets. It's just 3 straight weeks now with 6 or more targets. It doesn't get a ton of the balls hauled in, but when he does, it seems to be a big play. As we said, 350 yards for Derek Carr. The passing pie is bigger and growing here with him getting healthier, Derek Carr. And Shaheed's been a big part of it. 62 of the possible 75 snaps there. So he is close to an every down player. Behind, of course, Thomas and Olave, but the big play threat here looking solid there for that. That was Rashid Shaheed. I'm moving the banners here. Michael Wilson leading the team in receiving, 4 targets, 3 catches, 62 yards, dropped by a lot of people after last week's dud. Still think there's a chance Marquise Brown gets moved at the trade deadline. Either way, we know Wilson has it carved out a role. He's about an every snap player today. He can get done over the middle of the field, deep down the sideline, and we've seen 2 touchdown days out of the kid. So if he got dropped by an impatient owner, still think he is well worth rostering. And then at tight end, we mentioned Tre McBride taking over for Zach Ertz, who is a big faller this week. 4 catches, 62 yards, and 5 targets for Tre McBride. Looking very, very solid out there and wanted to toss out again. We're talking about another rookie tight end. Ultimately, Michael Mayer there for the Raiders, 6 targets, 5 catches, 75 yards, a team high in yardage. Big 32-yard catch, making tackles, breaking tackles, looking great after the reception, just like he did with Notre Dame. So big stuff there for Michael Mayer. Nice week as well. And then the last one to toss out there is quarterback Gardner Minshew. If you're in a 2 QB league or need a bye week fill-in, wasn't pretty, but he did throw the ball a whopping 55 times, 33 completions for 329 yards, 1 score. The 3 picks were gross. Can't say it was pretty. He took a bunch of sacks, a lot of them, including 1 fumble on those. It just were his fault. He was holding the ball too long. But they ultimately, what we were hoping to see, they kept the pedal to the metal. They kept the pace flying around, and 55 pass attempts is no joke. The defense continues to blow as well, so we know they're going to have to chuck and keep pace with other people. Good to see Minshew. If you're desperate for a QB, you lost Anthony Richardson, who's likely to be out for the year, is the latest report here. Another reason why Minshew's on this list. You can do worse than a team running the 4th most plays in the NFL, passing the ball right now at top 5 over expectation rate too. Minshew's got the weapons. He's got the arm. There'll be better days ahead, in my opinion. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.